We're here in Cleveland Brown Stadium for what figures to be another great game. The field is damp and rain is in the forecast for tonight's game as the Saints get set to take on the Browns. And the captains are out there ready for the coin toss. Both teams have taken the field, and we're ready for tonight's kickoff. Dawson is just about ready to kick this one away.
Thomas back deep to return.
From the 4. Hold on, we've got a penalty on the play, and let's check it out.
Holding on the receiving team.
A team has to show discipline and execute properly out there. If they don't, they'll find it's much harder to overtake the other team and get a win.
First and 10.
Only one man in the backfield.
Keep the throttle down.
The rush is on. Steps up into the pocket. Launches it deep to the left. Right. Comes up to make the play. At midfield. Brings it in for a big game.
Almost every wide receiver gets better at running routes as they get older. And this guy's no exception.
Ball on the 50-yard line.
Bush, the lone setback. Tucks it away. Play action. Brings it down looking to run. The 40. Williams is there for the 3 at the 32. He just exploded down the field.
And here's the key. That's the quarterback. He looks more like a running back when he makes those kind of plays.
32-yard line.
Stay soft, man. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Here we come. Keep it up. Watch the snap down.
Receives the handoff. Wright is there on the stop at the 28-yard line.
This team's always trying to get a good mix of run and pass plays.
It's second down and 5 to go.
It's showtime, baby. Come on. Hey, watch that screen. Get it up. Lucky. We're talking about brilliant.
Hands it off. Jones is there for the tackle at the 19-yard line. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
It was a great run. He saw his blockers create some room for him, and he accelerated right through the hole.
Bush, the lone back. Hand off to the tailback. Baxter comes up to make the play. They don't deviate at all from the last play call as they keep it on the ground. They need 10 for a score.
Ball on the 10-yard line.
No more, fellas.
Breeze using split back. Hand it off to the fullback. And they'll score. Touchdown.
They had everything working on that play. The line did a good job up front. The back picked the right hole, and the defense wasn't there to make the tackle.
They'll get set for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good. Great job moving the ball down the field for a touchdown on their first possession.
I really like the way these guys came right out after you on offense. They made the right calls, executed properly, and put that one right in the end zone.
Harrison back to return.
From the 5. It appears they've gotten someone for holding on the play.
Holding on the receiving team. Number 51.
Well, John, it's been raining since early morning. And how do you see the weather affecting the offensive approach to this game?
I was watching both of these teams during warm-ups, and I saw guys slipping and sliding all over the place. It's not going to be easy for the offense, that's for sure.
Going to the air on first down. Throwing. Not to the ground, and it's incomplete. Morgan has his hands on it.
I think he was invisible out there. Wasn't even seen. That's a break for the offense.
Let's turn it up, D. Here we go.
New Orleans goes with a four-man front.
Go, go, go,
Over to the halfback. Dillman is there on the stop at the 18-yard line.
The defense held their positions and didn't let them get very far.
Ball on their own 18.
Ball on the 18-yard line.
Be careful. Breathe it. Too much for him. Here we go.
New Orleans comes out in their nickel package. Receives the handoff. Fakes the handoff. Throws it. David takes him down before he can get the first. He gets the pass to his receiver, who will come up just short of the first down.
Never sure why a quarterback chooses that pass instead of one deeper downfield on that third down situation.
Zastadil is ready to punt this one away. Bush looks like he's ready for the return. Fair catch called for.
Fair catch made at the 32-yard line.
Bang the ball up in there. Those safeties will start to cheat up, and that's when you can go
Will
over the
start the
top.
drive at the 32-yard line. First and 10.
Danny. Let's go.
Looking to run it here. McDonald is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 35.
Right now, they need to keep going at the defense with a run. Sooner or later, they'll be able to break one for a big gain.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Set. Let's do our thing.
With a counterplay. Williams holds him down behind the line. Tries to wriggle away, but he's stopped for a loss.
The offensive line just didn't get any push. They need to do a better job knocking those guys off the line.
Ball on their own 31. The Browns come out with 3 down linemen and 7 defensive backs. Dropping back. On the move. And this pass is completed. Great throw to beat the zone.
I'll tell you, the defense has to do a better job of coming up and clamping down on the receiver whenever he enters their zone.
One back.
Bush, the lone setback.
Watch the ball. They ain't got nothing. You gotta have it, D. Watch out.
On the run. McDonald is there on the stop at the 36. He's going to pick up a second consecutive first down.
Well, when you start to establish something, you want to keep it going until the defense finds a way to stop you.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
On the 10. Let's go, Zach.
The Browns come out in a nickel package. No pass on the first down. It's the way the off-balance throw. He's there for the catch. The game has barely begun. He's already racked up 70 yards. So they have 12 yards to go for a touchdown.
Hey, let's go, 1D.
The last time they were inside the 20, they got a touchdown out of it. With the pass, he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Veteran is able to come down with a pass in the end zone.
This is what good, experienced receivers do. They excel when they're given the opportunity to make big plays.
Dramatica comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good.
They did everything they had to on that one. And the end result is a trip across the goal line and a TD on the board.
Is lined up with the kickoff. Harrison back to return.
From the 15-yard line. Sheds the net. Offense takes over after they were 3 and out on their last possession.
The Browns will start the drive at the 38-yard line. First and 10.
Temple.
Anderson out of the gun.
Get me going. Hey, let's go.
Here they come. Throws it. Breaks free. The 40. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Browns.
The receiver ran a perfect route, and he turned around just in time to see the ball and make the catch.
passing. Comes in to attempt the point after. The point after is good. This offense with big play capability, another example right there.
It's always comforting to an offense when they're able to take one from their playbook and convert it into points at the very start of the drive. That'll give your whole team a boost.
They'll return this one. From the 6. The defense gave up a touchdown on the last series.
Follow your blocking on this run. When you see the lane open, just accelerate right through it.
Ball on their own 43.
First and 10.
Hey, watch the screen. All right, here we go.
Hands it off to the fullback. Big tackle. He puts everything into that stick. I like how this big guy can run with the football.
Yeah, and this fullback can do more than just get out there and lead block. Give him the ball and watch him rumble.
Second and 1. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Left. Let's go.
Keeps it. Jones is there for the tackle at the 46.
1-yard gain
I
on
think
the
he got
play.
it by about an inch. First and 10.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Wham. Play football.
Breeze using split back. He gets the carry. Williams comes up to make the play at the 46-yard line.
This is where you got to run a few counters or misdirections to take advantage of this team's aggressive defense.
So at the end of one, the score is 14-7. Saints.
14, the Browns. 7.
The teams as from sides, and we'll start the second quarter. Second and long coming up here.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Bush, the lone back. Dropping back. Stepping up. Long throw. And a catch. Right is there for the tackle. At the 8.
Drew Brees is one of those guys who plays with a little chip on his shoulder.
It's first and goal at the 8-yard line. He got it into the end zone on their last red zone drive. Great fake. Gets the pass off. Complete to the fullback. Touchdown, Saints. Drew Brees has now thrown for 2 touchdowns. Dramatica comes in for the extra point. The point after is good. Excellent possession there, John, capped off by the touchdown. And right now they've given themselves a little room for error.
They're moving the ball out there pretty easy. Every time I see these guys play, I'm very impressed by the players they have, especially on offense. But the thing that impresses me most is the coaching staff. They're always very well prepared. They do a good job of calling plays, and these plays are designed to take advantage of the other team's weaknesses.
Passing game is really working for them. We saw that on their last possession as they worked their way down the field for a touchdown. And let's see if they can do it again here. So they have first and 10 here.
First and 10.
Let's go now. Here we come.
The Saints with a 4-man front. Gets rid of it. And he makes the grab. Bullock is there for the tackle at the 41-yard line. God, he has such a quick release, and the ball is out before anybody knows what's happening.
That makes it hard for him to be sacked, and it gives the defenders less time to react.
So after that nice catch and run, here's a look at his stats.
Blue jam.
New Orleans using 3 linebackers.
Come on.
Dropping back to pass on first down. Gets the pass off. It was tipped.
He's got great recovery speed. He can catch up to the ball even if he's caught out of position. That time he was right there in the secondary and he tipped the ball away.
All right, now. Yeah, you see me.
The Saints with a 4-man front.
Hey, let's go, 1 deep.
He hands it off. Vilma comes up to make the play at the 43-yard line.
The defense is trying to shut down the running game early to force him to pass. We'll have to see if it works and causes him to give up on it here in the first half.
And a pickup of about 2. The Saints come out in a nickel package with the throw. Intercepted. Good individual effort to make the interception. Following the interception, it's now 1st and 10.
We're talking about brilliant.
Split backs this time.
Let's go.
He tucks it away. Fullback breaks through. And he is bumped out of bounds at the 38-yard line. And that was the fullback.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you give this guy a chance and you get him in the open field, he has the ability to gain a good chunk of yards.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Here we go, baby. It's on. One of us gonna make a play.
Cleveland comes out in their nickel package. Receives the handoff. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss. Nothing dazzling there as they call the same running play twice in a row. Second and long coming up here.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Watch screen.
Breeze using split back. Throws on the move. A little off target, but caught. Jackson is there on the stop at the 34. Breeze will be facing a 3rd down now after that pass nets 6. So it's 3rd down as they try to get it to at least the 28 and convert.
Here we go, baby. Rock and roll.
Only one man in the backfield. Drops back. Gets the pass off. And he makes the grab. Baxter is there for the tackle. David Patton is the go-to guy.
1st and 10. Ball on the 16-yard line.
So with the ball in the red zone, they have a very good chance of extending that lead. Pass play here on 1st down with the throw. Has it. This one is spotted at the 3-yard line. He wraps him up and now has 4 tackles. They get another 1st down here.
Well, they're not doing anything fancy, but good old-fashioned drop back and pass. And it's working.
Danny. Everything you got. Watch the play.
On the ground. And they're in. Touchdown.
This is one of those plays where you let the big guys up front just plow a path right into the end zone for you.
Madden comes in to attempt the point after. The extra point attempt is good. John, they're starting to run away with this one, and they are clearly the far superior team.
Yeah, and the last drive tells me that the defense is in for a long day if they keep playing like this. They need to find a way to at least slow them down.
A mistake by the kicker on that one.
Kickoff, out of bounds, number 1, 1st down.
The team with the most discipline is the team that doesn't commit stupid penalties, and they're the team that usually executes better.
Ball on their own 40.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
New Orleans comes out in a 4-3 defense, and they might have some unfavorable matchups against this 5-receiver set. He couldn't find a receiver, so he threw it where no one could get it.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Keep the throttle down. Watch your eyes.
New Orleans stays in its base defense, even though the offense comes out with 5 receivers. Stallworth makes the catch, but doesn't get very far.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense is. They close in on you in a hurry, and they don't miss tackles.
Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
50-yard line.
Hey, watch the ball. Not the ace pick, guys.
Hands it off to the back. The back breaking free. The 40, the 30. Bullocks is there for the tackle at the 15.
If you watch the way that Jamal Lewis runs, you'll see that he runs normal until he gets the ball. Once he gets to the line of scrimmage, he shortens his stride. He just takes short, choppy steps. So he always has his feet in the ground and his power behind him. Then when he gets past that second level, he'll open up again.
Lewis rumbles forward for a gain of 4.
Give this defense a shot.
They need 11 yards to get it into the end zone.
11-yard line.
Watch your man. Hey, let's go. Here we go.
The Saints with a 4-man front. Vilma comes up to make the play at the 2.
You know what this does? It keeps one defense on the field. And it doesn't let them get the right personnel in there sometimes.
Looks to the end zone, in and out of his hands. Winslow was there for what would have been a touchdown catch, but let it get away.
He runs excellent routes and usually finds ways to get open in the secondary. This time he was open, the quarterback found him with a pass, he just couldn't get it under control for the touchdown.
We coming to rest. Not today.
Looking for the goal line. And he gets in there. Touchdown. Johnny's great at avoiding tackles for losses.
Yeah, we see a lot of frustrated faces on defense anytime we do their game. He just makes guys miss, especially when he smells sick.
Dawson comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good.
Hey, as an offensive coach in this league, you're always making adjustments. And hopefully you can get the defense on its heels and get it in there for the touchdown. Good job by these guys.
Thomas back to return.
The kick should be returnable. From the 9-yard line. And we'll see if they can move the ball as well through the air this time as they did after scoring a touchdown on their last possession.
The Saints will start the drive at the 42-yard line. First and 10.
Going to the air on first down. Throwing. Complete to the wide receiver. McDonald stops him at the 50. David Patton pulls in another pass, bringing his total to 8. Ball on the 50-yard line.
Ball on the 50-yard line.
What's the hard count? All right, here we go.
Split backs this time.
We turning it up. Here we go. Watch out. Watch the play. Here we come. Go.
Gets the call. Smith comes up to make the play at the 46.
Hey, all he had to do was get behind those big old blockers and just keep pushing. The next thing you know, they're moving the chains.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Hold the look. Wham.
Breeze using split backs. He gets the carry. Wright is there for the tackle at the 34. They get 2 first downs on 2 running plays.
They're looking to pound it at him right now.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Let's go. Regular. Go make a play.
The Browns come out in a nickel pack.
Hey, watch the ball.
To the counter play. Holly is there on the stop at the 34-yard line. John, nothing there on that play. Looks like he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
They better mix up the play call a little more, trying to free up some space in the middle. That back just didn't have any help from his line on that play.
A little misdirection. The back breaking free. The 10. And he's in for the score. Bush was there earlier and revisits the end zone with that carry. Dramatica comes in to attempt the point after. The extra point attempt is good. That touchdown now, John, puts them up by 3 scores, and we're not even at the half.
They're a scoring machine. The coaches are calling the right plays against the defense, and the players are executing perfectly.
New Orleans is lined up for the kickoff. Harrison back to return.
From the 4. The Browns will have to hurry it up as they start the drive at the 23.
They'll
Ball on
start
their own
the drive
23.
at the 23-yard line. First and 10.
They ain't got nothing.
New Orleans comes out in a 4-3. Hands it off. Young comes up to make the play at the 24-yard line. Ball on their own 24.
And 9. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Going into halftime, the score is 35-14. Saints.
35. The Browns. 14. We're ready to begin the
Dramatica in to kick this one off.
will be kicking off to start the second half. Harrison back deep to return.
Low line drive. From the 10. The Browns have their work cut out for them as they take over at the 30-yard line. With the rain and the wind, John, we talked about a low-scoring game at the outset, but it hasn't turned out that way at all.
Here I come. Hey, watch that screen.
Lewis in the backfield.
Let's go now. Let's go.
He'll bring the blitz. Throwing. And he dropped it.
When it's raining like this, you have to make sure you get the ball secure. It looked like he might have taken his eye off the ball at the last second. That had a lot to do with him losing
Do
it.
it, baby. Get it up. Stay
The
home.
Saints with a four-man front.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, D. Watch your eye.
They're blitzing with the pass. With the catch. Morgan is there on the stop at the 41. Good job picking up the blitz and picking up a first down.
Yeah, that was a heck of a call. I mean, they saw the pressure was coming, and he knew right where to go with the ball. And he got it there.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Keep moving. You gotta believe it. It's our
The
day.
Saints line up in a 4-3.
From the start, from the start. Lucky, lucky. One of us gonna make a play.
Give it to the halfback. Number 58 comes up to make the play at the 47.
The best backs in the league average 4 to 5 yards a carry. But there are a lot of things that go into a successful running game. You got to have good play calling, good blocking up front, and a back that can take advantage when he sees the opening.
So we gonna take it.
New Orleans comes out in their nickel package. With the throw, it's batted away.
He has to do a better job of looking off the coverage before he makes a throw like that.
Lewis was the one they were trying to get the ball to.
3rd and 4. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Ain't no thing. Hey, watch the counter.
The Saints line up in a 4-3.
I'm coming through, baby. Here we come.
Hand off to the tailback. Morgan is there for the tackle at the 48-yard line. Excellent run for a first down.
They brought some extra heat with the blitz, but he was able to find some room and pick up the first.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Don't make a play. No, one.
The Saints with a four-man front. Gay is there on the stop.
He's very consistent running the ball. He's given them a solid rushing attack today.
2nd and 1. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Here we go, baby. Watch the play.
They'll go from the shotgun. They're blitzing, throwing. This one falls incomplete. He tried to float one out there.
Number 16, the intended receiver on the play.
And this is the 8th play of this drive.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Be the hammer, not the nail. We coming to red.
The Saints come out in a 4-3.
Everything you got. Blue down, blue down.
Going for the first on short yardage. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. Craig makes the tackle, but it's beyond the marker, so they pick up a first down. And they go to the air to pick up the first.
Yeah, they only needed a couple, and that was a great call to keep the drive going.
Nice play of this drive.
38-yard line.
Let's go. Be physical. Be careful. Keep the throttle down.
The Saints line up in a 4-3.
Turn it up now. Good shoot.
They give it to the halfback. Bill comes up to make the play.
Mixing runs with passes keeps the defense on. Give this defense a shot.
10th play of this drive.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
All on us, y'all. Let's go, boys.
New Orleans comes out in their nickel package. With the pass, Jonathan Goma passes. Good defensively, forcing the interception on the first possession of the second half.
And if you're on defense, that's just how you want to come out of the gate in the second half.
After the interception, they'll set up shop at the 28-yard line.
We like to practice rules.
Only one man in the backfield.
All right, let's go.
With a counter play. The 40, running with a lot of room in front. And he ducks out of bounds at the 43. John, they've always considered him one of their home run hitters.
Here's what he does. When he goes through the hole, he gets low and he makes himself small, giving the defense nothing to hit. Then he stretches out and really picks up speed, slashing through the secondary for a big gain.
A little misdirection. Back breaks free. Baxter comes up to make the play at the 30-yard line. It's another running play, and they'll pick up another first down.
Hey, when things are clicking like this, you just want to keep going for as long as you can.
Only one man back.
Let's go now.
Dropping back to pass on first down. He's going for it all. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
A few years ago, I watched Drew Brees, and I thought he was pretty good. He was a pretty good player. Then he had a bad year, and he didn't really start off good. Then something clicked. Some light went on somewhere, and he's become a guy who can make some plays for you.
The extra point attempt is good.
The thing that most impressed me about that last drive was the offensive line. A strong offensive line is the first and most important component to an effective offense.
Gramatica comes in to kick off.
Harrison back to return.
From the 24.
Kickoff return 18 yards.
The defensive unit forced an interception the last time they were on the field. Ball on their own 43.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Watch your eyes.
New Orleans goes with a four-man front.
Come on.
On the ground. Play action. Gets rid of it. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown. And this one isn't quite over. Anthony Stallworth catches another touchdown pass. His second now. Dawson comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good. That's why defenses have so much trouble against this ball club. It took just one play to score.
Yeah, I've heard of a no-look pass in basketball. That was a no-look touchdown. Cleveland defense didn't see it coming.
Thomas back deep to return.
This one is handled by Thomas.
In the first half, the other team let their guard down and seemed unprepared for what they were going to face out there. You can be sure that they made some adjustments, and they're going to come out more focused now.
It's first and 10.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, you see me. It's showtime, baby. Let's go. Let's
Only
go.
one man in the backfield. He tucks it away. Gary Baxter stopped him there, and according to our numbers, that's tackle number 6 for him. Bush has just gone over the century mark.
On the play.
Ball on their own 39.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Watch the face. So we gonna take it. Let's go now. Turn it up now. Let's go, D. Hot.
With a counter play. There he goes. It's loose, and the fumble goes out of bounds. First and 10.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Low. Set. Temple. Let us be hot.
Hand it off. Gary Baxter makes his 8th stop on the play. Pickup of about 5.
Gain on the play.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
They ain't got nothing. Will. You gotta believe it. It's our day. Let's ride, man. Let's go, boys. Watch the man. Let's do our thing. Here we go, baby.
In this direction. And he'll take it out of bounds at the 34. Good gain on the ground gives them what they needed for a first.
And that's just good running. They sent a couple of blitzes in to try and stop him in the backfield, but he just broke free and got past the sticks for a first down.
Let's turn it up, D. Set. Watch out. Stay at home. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hot.
With the counter play, number 95 is there for the tackle. Keeping it on the ground, they chose to run the same exact play, not even a shift in their formation.
37-yard line.
Let's go now. Yeah, Cole. Watch your eyes.
Bush, the lone
Defense, get
back.
ready. Go. Come on.
Hands off to the tailback. Williams comes up to make the play. Bush has been clearly a big part in their offensive plan, now has over 125 yards rushing. So we've reached the end of the third quarter with the Saints ahead of the Browns. 42, the Browns 21. The teams are set for the fourth quarter of play.
3rd and 8.
Third down, and they'll have to try to get it to the 24-yard line to pick up a first down. The Browns come out in a nickel
Here we
pack
go, baby. You can't stop.
on the ground. Baxter is there for the tackle at the 19-yard line. Bush with another handoff and another first down.
And the thing is, when you've got a guy who can keep pounding the defense and keep picking up yardage, you just keep giving it to him.
And this is the 8th play of this drive. Let's see what they can do in the red zone.
It's on.
They
Hey, watch
have
the
a
screen.
big lead, and they're on the move again inside the 20.
We turning it up.
Gives the ball off. Baxter comes up to make the play at the 10.
He had himself a pretty good game. You've got to give some of that credit to those big guys up front.
And this is the 9th play of this drive. They're down inside the 10.
Let's go, man.
Breeze using split back.
Watch this. Clear. Hey, watch the ball. 2 deep. Stay posted up. Don't stop that motor.
Full back handoff. Flips it down. Jackson is there for the tackle at the 3. Great run there. That'll be a first down.
He really ran well there. He gets some great blocks, and he has patience as he picks up the first down.
3 yards will get them 6 points.
Check it. Hey, watch that screen. Careful. Watch the play. Here we come.
Hand it off. Touchdown, Saints. And that touchdown
Saints.
run gives them a lot more breathing room here in the 4th. Dramatica comes in to attempt the point after. The extra point attempt is good. The Saints continue to increase their lead.
New Orleans is lined up for the kickoff. Harrison back to return.
Sends it sailing. This one is fielded by Harrison.
It sure doesn't look like they're going to be able to come back in this one, but it's an issue of pride. They want to prove that they're better than they've played so far.
The Browns
Ball on their
will
own
start the
37.
drive at the 37-yard line. First and 10.
All right, let's go.
The Saints with a four-man front. A little misdirection. Gay is there on the stop at the 40-yard line.
3-yard
Lewis
gain
runs
on
it
the
for
play.
about 3 on the counter play.
Second and 6. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Bring it up, bring it up. Go make a play. You can.
Williams comes out in a 4-3. Gets the pass off right to the back. Number 58 is there for the tackle.
On the
Anderson
reception.
completes the short one, about a 4-yard gain on second down. Ball on their own 44. Here's a look at the third down success rate of each team.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun. Passing here on third and short. Gets rid of it. This pass is incomplete.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 20, first down.
The defense gets hit with a penalty that'll give them a first down after it should have been a fourth down.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
Hey, stretch. Hey, let's go. All day, baby. Come on.
New Orleans goes with a four-man front.
Everything you got.
Pass play here on first down. Closing in. Fumble. The Browns rolling. Almost a big mistake as they're trying to get a score in this fourth quarter drive. Following the sack, it's second and long.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Clear. Clear. Come on. From the start.
From the gun.
Hey, let's go one,
It's a blitz. Throws it. Right on target to the wide receiver. Gay comes up to make the play. At the 26. John, they convert on second and long. It's a first down.
Yeah, and when you have that kind of pass protection and a clear field of vision, then you can put everything into the throw and usually make it accurate and on time.
Keep the throttle down.
The Saints with a four-man front. Pressure. The veteran slips in there and gets the sack.
Hey, you still got to give him a lot of respect. His moves haven't diminished that much, and he still makes impact plays.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Defense, get ready. Let's go. Check it.
New Orleans goes with a four-man front. Long throw. Right on the mark. Touchdown, Browns. Anderson watched his receiver, gets some room, and got it to him for 6. Dawson comes in for the extra point. The point after is good. The Browns need a few breaks if they even want to think about the comeback.
A few breaks and then some. Might be a little late in the game to think about the comeback now.
The onside kick is really their only option here as they look for a good bounce. Onside kick.
They have this game pretty well in hand. This is one of those spots where you might want to get some of your backups some playing time.
First
2-minute
10.
warning coming up.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
Get it up.
Counter play. Back breaking free. The 30. Jones comes up to make the play.
On the
At
carry.
the 23.
Gain of 22
What a play.
on the
They
play.
pick up 22.
First
2
and
minutes
10.
to go.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Nothing.
Only one man
They
in the
don't get
backfield.
nothing.
Looking to run it here. It's on the ground. The Browns have it. Big play by the defense to strip the ball and secure it. Now let's see if the offense can take advantage. Ball on their own 18. So we have it challenged.
The officials are going to review it. Whenever a questionable call happens in the last 2 minutes, the review is called from upstairs.
So what we're looking for here is whether one of his knees hit the ground before the ball came out.
And sometimes it's hard for the official because there can be a whole bunch of bodies around the ball carrier, and he can't get a good enough view to overturn it.
No fumble occurred.
The guys upstairs made the right call as the referee overturned the call and got it right.
Yep, and it's important to get the calls right in these last 2 minutes.
Bush, the lone
They ain't got
setback.
nothing. Blue jam, blue jam. Set. Let's go, boys. Solo, solo. Let us dictate. Watch out. Get it going.
Give it to the halfback. Smith is there on the stop at the 20-yard line.
20-yard loss on the play.
It's third down now, and to convert, they have to get it to the 13.
20-yard line.
The defense lines up in the nickel.
Let's go, be good. Get some swag going. Will. Let's go.
Receives the handoff. The 10. Harry Baxter is tackling anything and everything with the football out there.
13-yard
13-yard gain on third down. They need 7 yards for a
Ball on the
touchdown.
7-yard line.
We turning it up. Set. Let's go. We like to practice wolves. We do it,
Still
baby.
taking it.
Move it up. Go. From the start. Set. Go, G. Yes, on. Here we go. Let's do our thing.
And there's the kneel down by the quarterback. The
That's
final
the end of
score
the game.
is New Orleans
The final score
49,
is
Cleveland
New Orleans
28.
49, Cleveland 28.
This
Thank
is Al
you for
Michaels and
attending
John
today's
Madden
ball
saying
game.
goodbye
Please
for
drive
EA
home
Sports.
safely.